Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And today I thought we would try this pattern here. This is pattern 4388 over on friendshipbracelets.net. I'm going to copy a chunk of it here and bring it over to my template. Paste it over in layer. Now we can go and we can transform where we rotate it. In this case, I think we'll rotate it clockwise. I don't think it mattered. Kind of does the same thing either way. We will now enlarge it so we can see it a little bit better. And then get the move tool and just kind of move it off to the side, anchor it to that layer. And actually, let's move it up towards the top here. Now I've got some other colors chosen for this, so we're gonna go with the colors I chose. Let's see. The first color is sort of like that. So let's get our paint tool, and it's 3 in a row like this. Now this is, I would presume, a very easy bracelet to make. And I'm kind of like the idea of having some easy patterns for some of the new people to try out and you know, have a go with. So we're gonna just accept this one is a lot easier. And let's see, so there's this in the middle, and then it's going to come out this way. I think the easiest way of coloring this in might be to just put in the fact that these are basically just long straight rows. Now, one of the things I did notice about this was that there was a number of photos on the website showing people having made it, and none of them have a loop at the end of the bracelet. They all either kind of started out with just like loose ends. One was like a keychain where it was really small and just, again, with the loose ends and stuff. And I kind of realized why that was. And that is because this color starts on this side and there's none of it on the other side. And so it's really hard to kind of figure out how you're going to make a loop out of that. If you're interested in that, tune in tomorrow, because I will do that. I will make that happen. All right, so now I have a light color of something like this, except for it's much lighter. Kind of like that. So now the question is, where do we want to put it into the scheme of things? Maybe it runs this way? Sure, why not? So whatever is in here, so this one will like show up in the middle, but this one's going underneath. And then this color is in the middle here. And then that'll come into the middle of this one. Like that. So again, I think this is an easy bracelet to make overall. It's similar to some of the ones where you're using knots to imitate braiding. I feel like it's a little bit in that family, kind of the way that these kind of work like they're woven. I think that's kind of maybe what they were going for. I'm not sure. All right, so the next color I have is a blue. That looks good enough. All right, we're gonna put that in over here. Like I said, this blue is coming kind of straight through and then on top of this square here. And I've made the beginning, because of the way we've set up these colors, I just kind of realized the two blues are going to be on the right hand side when we start the bracelet. And the two pinkish purples, they're going to be on the left side. So that's kind of cool. That's going to work out really neat. All right, let's find our light blue now. Kind of like it. It's kind of like that. Kind of hard to tell it from our template color, but it's okay. I can see the difference. And the neat thing about this one is look, it starts off on this side and ends over on this side. Let's see if we can't. It really does bother me that it is so much like our template. What if we try this? Let's take our select by color tool, select our template color. Now for our template, we will make it this form of yellow. Go to our paint bucket, fill the whole section. There we go. And Control A, so that way we have it back. Paint bucket, back to filling similar colors. There we go. We turned it yellow instead. All right, so now I can grab up this blue and it carries on going this way. So I suspect the part that would make this even remotely difficult is just making sure that you kind of know where you are when it's time for like a color to do its thing. Like I could see how there's room for mistakes. Kind of makes sense. But this is how it works out. So that's pretty cool. I like how it's building up here. I like how all the colors actually intercept. Like we have a light blue inside of this one, we have a pink inside of this one. It's like it goes through all the different colors. It's going to have a dark blue in it. Coming through this way. This will be a pink coming through this way. So I'm going to fill in the rest of this bracelet so we have a pattern to work from over on the website. I don't think we have to sit through me trying to fill this whole thing in, as it is obviously very, very tedious. And but I wanted you to see how to potentially do it. I don't think I'm going to try to flip it in the center. I think I'm going to try to leave this as an easy bracelet. Have something again for the beginners. I feel like a lot of my content has been around the intermediate difficulty, and I kind of like the idea of leaving this one a little bit easier. So before I go, quick shout out to my YouTube members who make this stuff possible. Thank you guys so much for everything. I couldn't do it without you. If you're interested in supporting the channel, it's really easy. It's the join button right next to subscribe, and every little bit helps to make this channel what it is. So thank you guys very much for that, and I will be back tomorrow, and I will show you how to put a really cool loop at the beginning of this bracelet. So something to look forward to. All right, thanks for watching, and as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.